Hello everyone, Jak Syn here on behalf of TourFiend.com and Future Daze, and today it's another exciting episode of Artist Interviews. Today we're sitting with Krisztián of Quixotic. How you doing today?
Hi, what's up? I'm feeling a bit tired, but awesome, considering the situation here in Hungary.
With everything going on, it's good to see that everybody is staying as productive as they can be and as healthy as they can be. I mean, because
Exactly.
yes, it is pretty crazy out there. But you know what? We're going to get through this, right?
Let's do this.
So today we're going to ask you a couple of questions and see where it goes from here. You ready to do this?
Yeah, shoot.
All right. What are three of your top moments performing live?
Actually, this is a pretty tough question. I can tell you the number one right now because it's pretty recent. Last year, we went to play with the live band to Austria in Vienna. And as you may know, I wrote a track called Schwarzenegger. And there is a break where Schwarzenegger says his name, Schwarzenegger. And because he's from Austria, when we played live, all the crowd, like 200 people, shouted the line Schwarzenegger all together, and it was like a big moment, when everybody is knowing your song and knowing the exact moment when the beat drops, and they can relate because that awesome dude who lives now in Los Angeles, as far as I know, he's from Austria. So this is the number one. The number two, maybe my first live show. And the number three is a mix of all my DJs. As there are moments when the crowd is singing with you, that you can feel the same energy. On when a mix works, you put another track on another track, and you figure it out in your living room. And then when you go on stage and it works, it's like a dopamine, it gives you the best adrenaline you can get to get the connection with the crowd and with the performance. So that's maybe the top three, and the three is like a regular one. So every event has that moment. So that's why I'm counting as the number three moment.
That's definitely true. I mean, when you are up there, like I know for myself, when I'm DJing these Nightwave and San Junipero events, even the Future Daze events here in LA, I gotta say, like you do get that really euphoric feeling where you really have that moment where you connect with the audience and
Yes.
you all really just groove together. And it's a beauty in that simplicity that really makes these moments like one of a kind at every event that you do. It's funny, like you were mentioning the Schwarzenegger song. I gotta say, I love that song. It is a great song. I mean, it's a
Thank you
great
very
tribute
much.
to Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, he was our governor for
Yeah,
quite
I
some
know, I
time
know.
in
He
California.
was a childhood hero for me. We grew up in I was born in '85, and we grew up in the '90s, and because of the Soviet Union situation, Hungary got free around '89. So all the VHS tapes, all the '80s movies became available, and they're showing on the TV. So when I grew up in the '90s, we watched a lot of '80s movies. So for me, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger are my childhood heroes. And that's why I wanted to make a song about this extremely adventurous story of Arnold. He was like a poor guy in a little town in Austria, and he became like everything he could be as an American citizen.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the self-made man. Like
Yeah.
he really did come here with a dream, and he just kept going and going and going with it. And he's a childhood hero of mine as well. Like you were talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, Jackie Chan. All amazing actors, all amazing self-made men, and they really have like come up in the world and become these huge icons over the years.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for you to be able to write a song about Arnold Schwarzenegger showcasing who he is and his successes, that was amazing. And I would have loved to have been there at that live performance and everybody shouted Schwarzenegger in the audience. I would have been there doing the same thing.
I wish we will do this soon. All right.
Definitely, definitely.
over
You have to
there.
do it here in
Yeah,
Los Angeles.
exactly.
Maybe we can get Schwarzenegger to come to the show. That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be a dream come true. Actually, he shot the last Terminator here in Hungary, but I couldn't meet him. So maybe next
Well,
time. He
definitely.
was
I mean,
well guarded.
we'll have
And
to talk to his PR guys out here.
yeah, exactly.
What would you say is your favorite album slash EP that you've worked on?
So the first EP that I worked on, which is a full EP, like a proper EP, not just tracks coming together and okay, let's release it because maybe someone will hear it. It was my Palms EP, which now it's became my most favorite and most popular track in I think in all synthwave genre. Palms is one of the biggest tracks in the genre, so everybody knows me because of the track. So it maybe over the time it became my favorite just because I never ever knew that what I'm doing when I made the track. I was just made the track, put it out, and something clicked with the people and they liked it and they became more and more popular, and I'm recognized. I'm the Palms guy all the time. So everywhere I go, they know me because of the track. So it's an easy cheat, you know, when you don't have many albums. I'm not that kind of guy who can put out 2 or 3 albums in 1 year or something. So I'm not that productive, but it's an easy cheat to, hi, you may know my track from the YouTube. It has like it's one of the biggest tracks in synthwave, and they know it, and it's an easy. Okay, but I have other cool tracks, so here's a sticker, and you should listen to my other stuff. So it's an easy getaway to get the people know you. But I never knew. It was like a miracle. I still don't know what happened with the track. What was the magic sauce, you know? I never found out, but I'm very grateful that this happened because I almost quit making music. And when I check back on the internet to how's it doing and what should I do next, should I continue doing photography and graphic design, or should I continue making some music or playing live or something? And this EP was the milestone to, okay, you should do this, Chris. You should continue working on new tracks and do this because people like what you do, and you may find your genre, you may find the route you are looking for. Because I was making music since 2001, and I tried a lot of things. I was a drummer in a punk band. I made trance tracks, techno tracks, and everything. And when I found synthwave and when I found this 80s vibe, and it just clicked. I knew this is the way. And Palms was the first EP which was a fully like Quixotic vibe track that I can, you know, relate to, not just looking for a right way.
And you know what? It is a really great track, but all the other things that you have released are really amazing. I mean, one of my favorite albums that I like from you is Flamingo Drive-In. Amazing album.
Yeah.
Great stuff on that.
That's the debut album. Yeah. I
Yeah.
collected a lot of old tracks, you know, and I remastered, reworked it here and there. We recorded new guitars for it because there was some shitty tones and stuff. You know, I tried to perfect it and I tried to make it like this is the best of synthwave. What I can do. I tried to make it as diverse as myself could to produce it, because a lot of times for me synthwave is like, you know, you can get one kind of synthwave and you can make 10 tracks like that, and I don't like that, because 80s and synthwave are a very diverse genre. You can do meta, you can do pop, you can do cheesy vapor stuff and everything, and let's figure out all the little stuff from the 80s, like let's put the saxophone there, let's put the guitar solo there, let's make it a little bit harsher, a little bit softer, and that's it. So you can do anything in this genre, and that's why I don't understand that a lot of newcomers don't look at what you could do. They just copy the same basic bass lines and stuff, but the possibilities are unlimited. So I try to do my best at Flamingo Drive-In to give the audience a journey when you listen to the first track to the end.
And it really is a journey. It really is. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you create, I mean, even when you listen to your Forgotten Gems, you know what I mean? Like volumes like 1 and 2, like listening to those, like, you know, you have like all of these little things that you've created over the time that you just compiled together and you put out into the world. It's like all of the albums and the releases you put out, they're all part of a cohesive journey that people can go on. So
Yeah,
to everybody out there, be sure to listen to these albums in their full entirety because they are some really special
I really
things.
appreciated that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for making amazing music that for myself and a lot of other people that I know really do enjoy.
And for the fans, just I'm working on new stuff because I can't do this anymore. So I released all my old tracks now, so I have to work on new stuff now. So don't worry, there will be new music also. I'm
Oh man,
busy.
I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. You know, and funny what you're mentioning about the synthwave genre. It's like it is really a genre where you can play around a lot in. I like to think of it as a giant rainbow. Like, you know, I was telling a lot of the other artists too ago. It's a giant rainbow. It's like in this rainbow of stuff, you have like your lighter stuff. You know what I mean? Like your sunsets and your neon, your night drives, and all that stuff. And then on
Yeah,
the other side, you have the dark futuristic like
exactly.
avenue that you can go down. But everything in between all of that, it's all different. It all varies. It's all part of that
Yeah,
spectrum.
and it's magical because it could work in both ways. It could work for me. The one of the cool experience when I watched the dance floor and all my metalhead friends and all my techno friends and in between everybody was dancing to the same music. One of them headbanging, and I know one of the techno guys they would never go to this kind of music, but it works. They saw on the big screen some Rambo guy shooting other people, like 80s action montage, and they had banging together. And there was in Budapest there was two clubs back in the early 2000s, and one of them was for all the disco cool guys, another one for the the greasy haired rocker guys, and they were always fighting in the bus station when the party ended. And these two guys now join hands dancing together at the synthwave parties. So it's magical for me how this they became united because of the music and because of this genre.
Yeah, you really do see that. I know we see that at our events out here. Like we do see those that people from all different walks of life. Like you have your metalheads, you have your people who are into hip hop, people who are into trance, people who are into post punk, goth, whatever. They all come to these events and they're all united under this style of music because it triggers something in them. You know, whether they got into it because of the music or because they saw movies or they were exposed to it in some different way, they are all united under this roof to really enjoy it all together.
Yeah,
So it's just
yeah,
a really beautiful thing to see that.
yeah. And not just the nostalgia factor, not just for the good old times. I see a lot of young people. The youth is liking it because this era, the 80s, and this aesthetic of the 80s, it's very eye-catching, and it has some good vibes that the young people can relate to. They may not know the movies, they may not know the music, but they like it because it's good. It was good music back then. It's not just there are good music now also, but it was just a different kind of era that you can watch it on the screen and I like this feeling. I wanna know more, and that's how people get into synthwave. But like TV series like Stranger Things helps a lot also, or maybe The Weeknd. The mainstream guys, they're doing their best now, I think, to bring synthwave to bigger audiences, and hopefully they will catch on and they will look for more artists and more tracks and movies like this, and the young people will learn how good this music is and how good this era was back in the day. And I really happy that they can open their eyes and not just because in this modern society there are a lot of information, a lot of new stuff, and I'm always happy when I see young faces to, okay, I like this, I don't know what is it, and I can I can discover this new music, and they do it. And that's when you have this meme that faith in humanity is restored. That's the one I'm looking for. So when I see young people on the dance floor, that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, you know what? And it's so great that to see that there is a lot of younger people getting into this genre now, because this genre is more than a decade old. It's been around for
Yeah.
quite some time, and
Yeah.
it's great to see how much it's evolved over the decade, because back in the very beginning it was like you had like the music. It was funny because Michael Oakley was mentioning this in a previous interview about how the music it had that very 80s sound. Like it was like that very 80s sound. You knew it was like really part of that 80s sound. But as over time, it has evolved into something that's a little bit more mainstream, where it's kind of brought like a mainstream sound and that 80s sound, where it's like one foot in the future, one foot in the past, all connected with one. And it's great to see that younger people are really being exposed to that now too. And you're really kind of, even with the movies and the pop culture and everything, like the era of the 80s was an age of exploration, I think, like as far as music and media and everything. And a lot of the people like yourself and myself, who I guess we would probably be more considered millennials, you know what I mean, of our age range, we were heavily inspired by that era, you know what I mean, growing up in the 90s and, being exposed to the things that came before. That like really just propels us, into the future now. So it's just really great to see that younger people are getting into it and they're being exposed to it, and it really is becoming a mainstream. What was the drive behind getting you into making music and performing live?
For me, I'm making music since 2001. When I was in high school, I got a demo CD. You know, this CD when you put in a machine. Okay, I'm just kidding. So I put in, and there was a Fruity Loops, some early version demo. And the funny thing is, you can play every instrument on that, but you couldn't save your project file. You can only export to your MP3. So everything I made for the first 2 years, like 2 years or maybe one, it was just you start working, you finish your project, and you export it, and it was full of just rubbish music all the way, because I didn't know what to do, how to do it. I didn't have any experience. I didn't learn how to play the piano back then, and that was my first journey to this. And then when I tried other things, I got the full version, maybe pirated, who knows, all right? And I tried to make music more and more and more, and I got better. So it was like a long learning process, like for 10 years maybe. And when I had enough of this electronic stuff, I bought a cheap drum set, and I formed a punk band. Like it was back in the day when California punk, your genre, was very popular. Blink-182, Sum 41, and all that, and we loved it. You know, the emo phase was on me.
Yeah.
I didn't dye my hair black, but my younger brother, who was the guitar player, he did it. But I used some eyeliner and stuff. So it was a nice journey to from electronic music back to the analog music, playing real drums and everything. And after a while, we had a lot of argument in the band. We were young and foolish, and we didn't wrote song together because we were always arguing. So I held enough with the band stuff, and I got back into the electronic music stuff. And when I got back, I made some dance music. And around 2009 or 10, I got introduced to new disco. And new disco was kind of funky 80s, with the modern electronic mixing, the early French touch stuff like Justice, Daft Punk kind of music. And that was really catchy for me. I really liked how Chromeo made songs, very nice, funky, but they were using vintage synth. And the turning point to synthwave was when I got some of my friends and we went to watch Drive. I know it's a cliche, but that's the truth. We went to watch the movie Drive, and when the intro played with Kaminski, I turned over to my fellow friends and tell them, okay, this is it. This is what I was looking for all these years. This is what I want to make. And they didn't like the movie because they thought they were sitting in for a Fast and the Furious movie, and it's a very slow paced compared to a Fast and Furious movie. So at the end of the movie, they were so furious because they said it's a shitty movie. Why are they bringing? And I was just talking about the music, but come on, guys, this new movie was awesome and the music was perfect. The college song, that Kaminski song. Oh my God, I want to do this. And they were okay. Next time we want to join you for the theater, and you can make your shitty synth music. And that's history now. So that's how it started.
That's great. I mean, like, you going to the movie, like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the funny thing about Drive. It's like a lot of people thought, oh my God, this is, it's going to be like Fast and the Furious. I'm like, no, not anything like Fast and the Furious whatsoever. But you do really go down that musical journey, like with everything happening in the movie. It's like the music really drives that movie. I mean, you go to a lot of dark places in the movie, but it's like that music that is flowing with that journey that a lot of people, like, after seeing it, like, really walked away with that moment where they kind of went, huh, this is this kind of music that I've never really heard before, and now I'm hearing this, and this is going to spark like a whole new thing for me. I want to start discovering artists. I want to start going down this rabbit hole of what we now consider synthwave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I heard some synthwave songs before the movie. I heard some because I was listening to new disco and these electro stuff. But the turning point, when you're sitting and something life changing is happening to you as you watch it. So it was a life changing moment because I don't know. I was just sitting there and I was listening to this intro and okay, let's do this. How can I make this kind of music? And after the movie, I went to do big research, what synths they use, how they use it, who they are, and then I found out that the Night Call is written by one of the guys from Daft Punk. So it was all the magic was gone because okay, so these guys made the song. All right, now I know why it's so good. And I don't like to tell these people because okay, I watch Drive, that's got me into synthwave because it's the most cliche answer, but honestly, that's the truth.
Well, it is a truthful answer, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people out there who, a lot of other artists that I have interviewed, and they, a lot of them have said, hey, one of the things that got me into this style of music was Drive. That was one of the things that got me into it. And it really is true. It really is a movie that did really help a lot of people on that journey. For me, it was a little bit different. I mean, the thing that got me into this style of music was listening to Future Cop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When
early days.
Yeah, it's like first song I ever heard of Future Cop.
So you may heard it from MySpace, yeah?
Yeah, well, like MySpace.
It started on MySpace. I skipped the MySpace part. My emo band was on MySpace, but then I don't know what social media stuff we were using back then, but I skipped the MySpace part. The most old school guys started on MySpace, so that's always I envy those guys because they found out earlier than me.
Well, you know what? I think you found out at the right time. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, and one of the first tracks that I fell in love with from Future Cop was Karate Kids. Amazing track.
Awesome.
Love that track, and it's stuck with me ever since. So, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from with like the things that help drive you to where you are.
For me, the Robot with Ray Guns, early stuff.
Yeah, Robots with Ray Guns, another great one.
My girlfriend showed it to me. She's my wife now, actually. So I have to mention it. My girlfriend showed me a lot of cool music, and it included synthwave too. And she became my lovely wife too, who helped a lot during this journey.
It was meant to be, wasn't it?
Exactly.
What are you looking forward to accomplishing most moving forward?
Actually, we're working on a music video now, which is the last puzzle missing from the whole project. I think we nailed the image now. We got the cool aesthetic for Quixotic, the palms, the neon lights and everything, but made it more personal. I have a small little roadster. You may call it in California a Miata. The hairdresser's car.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool over here. So So I got the image, I got the music. I need to work on new stuff, but the missing link was a music video. And in synthwave, there are not so many music videos, just a few, and just a few good, actually, maybe Turbo Killer. And I want to accomplish, or I like to accomplish that, make a music video to make like history for the project. I can say that synthwave in Hungary this is the biggest you can get in synthwave, and actually we are really working there. My next goal is to bring this live performance, especially. But I love to do DJ sets, but the live performance is on another level. So to tour the world with the live performance, to amaze the people with the new music video. I put a lot of effort and money into this, and it will be epic, I have to tell you. So I wrote actually a 6-page script for it. I'm directing it also, and it's an awesome team. We casted a lot of cool girls and guys, and we are working full time now in the quarantine safely. But we are working on it to deliver the full music video in August. There will be a lot of CGI stuff in it, so it's August is my best guess to get released. And after that, world domination. That's my plan. When the quarantine ends, I want to show everything about Quixotic to all over the world.
Well, that sounds amazing. I cannot wait to see that music video. I'm sure it's going to be epic. I mean, sounds like you got like a whole bunch going into that music video, and I cannot wait. And I know a lot of people out there are going to be ready for that when that thing drops. So everybody out there, be sure to check out that music video and be prepared for world domination, because Quixotic is coming for you.
Exactly.
What positive message would you give your fans out there?
Hey guys, thank you for everything over the years. I'm really appreciating it, because without you, I would have stopped making this music thing long ago. But the fans kept me going, actually. I know it's not a cliche, but the fans showed me that I was doing something in my living room, and it's worth showing everybody, and it's worth to make more and more, because you keep coming to the parties, you keep writing messages, you keep giving me the positive vibes to enjoy my work as a producer, to enjoy my work as a DJ, and enjoy my work as an artist. So I'm really thankful. And in these times that we have now, just stay healthy, because when it's over, we have to party on like crazy, like really crazy. We have to party this whole 2020 away for good, because everybody had enough this year, and there will be tough times, I think, but we will get through this, and we will have the best time of our life when it's done, and we will enjoy the little things too. So thank you again. I will try my best to give you the best performance and the best music I can do, and see you in the dance floor.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, and to everybody out there, be prepared, because it is going to be epic, and we're going to party away 2020. Thank you for sharing that with us, Krisztián. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview today. Thank you to everybody who took the time to watch us have this conversation. And you know what? If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because more interviews are on the way. So from us to you, thank you again. Be sure to check out Quixotic, and we'll see you again very soon.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.